Hello, Retro Bro here. Into another Pokemon Showdown battle, part 3 of Team Metabreed. So my opponent here has a really interesting team. I see he has the Scrafty and the Cloyster, two very impressive sweepers. He has the Dumbreon over there in the corner, who's probably a staller. Let's see how this plays out. So he's going in the Shuckle, so I'm just gonna go ahead and Stealth Rock. Ooh, Shell Smash. Never seen that before on a Shuckle. Have no idea what he's doing, but I'm gonna go ahead and set up because I have the Quagsire in case he baton passes. He's rapping me. Interesting. I always thought since Shuckles were defensive, he would probably Shell Smash and baton pass, but no idea what he's doing right now. This is honestly kind of scaring me because I don't know what he's gonna do. I cannot predict what he's doing right now. Also, because I'm stuck in rap, I can't switch out, so this is really scary right now. The only thing I can literally do right now is continue to set up, because I'm stuck by the rap. On the other hand, though, luckily, I balance my teams really well, so if he continues to power up like that, I still always have Quagsire. On top of that, if he really decides to just stay in with Shuckle, Feral Seed can completely wall it. Because all I really need to do with Feral Seed is throw a Toxic on it. And when it hits me with Wrap, which is a physical move, the Iron Barb will also hit it as well. Then the following turn, I can always Protect, get the leftovers, and then put a Leech Seed on it and take it down. So this may not be as much of a threat as I thought it would. It just kind of scared me and surprised me because, like, this is like the craziest strategy I've ever seen. Like, he just Super Saiyan Shell Smashed a Shuckle. Like, I was really extremely scared that he was going to baton pass into it, but clearly that's not his goal. He's just like a super defensive armored Juggernaut Shuckle, and though that's really powerful and I can see where that can take out a lot of people, the way I balance off my team, since I always carry at least one staller, that's nothing to me. So I'm a bit relieved now because I was terrified first saying this. So he's going to keep going for the Wrap. That's fine. I'm just going to keep rapid spinning to hit him for a little bit of damage until he kills this thing. And then when he does, I'll finally switch into Ferrothorn. Well, Feral Seed, pardon. And take care of this thing. I gotta admit though, shout out to this guy. This is the most interesting thing I've ever seen with a Shuckle in my life. Like, I can imagine how many people he probably crushed with this strategy because it's so unorthodox. And if you don't have a heavy defensive wall with those powerful Shell Smashes, like, he could crush quite a lot of people. Well, this has actually been missing all week on like first Toxics and stuff, so that's really no surprise, but I'll just go for another one. It's bound to hit eventually. Ooh, he's carrying the rest too. This thing is not playing. Let's go ahead and Leech Seed it. You can't sleep that off. Those Wraps are hitting a lot harder than I thought, even with my amazing defense. So let's go ahead and Protect for a turn. We'll get that Seed and that Leftovers. And then we'll go ahead and allow the next hit to hit us, just so the Iron Barbs can wreck him a little bit. I'm also going to go for a Toxic, hoping he wakes up eventually, so I can trap him into it. Interesting. He threw a Toxic at me. Don't know why he would do that to a Ferrothorn. Well, a Feral Seed, but okay. Cool. We finally got the Toxic on, and we got the Leech Seed. He could rest the Toxic off again, but I mean, why? We both know I got him at this point, so there's really no reason for him to do it. Just let that thing fall. At this point, I went for another Leech Seed, predicting that he would just give up on that Shuckle and switch, but no. He just decided to let it die, which is probably a smart move. Ooh, he just forfeited. Nice. This team has been wrecking shop all week. I think this is, what, the 4th match this team has won this week? The 4th? Yeah, I think it's the 4th. Okay, so we're on to team number 5. And this team is really troublesome. Fortress, Sableye, Florges, Celebi, Snorlax, and Quagsire. So I gotta deal with Hazards, Unaware, being taunted, possibly a powerful dual tank from Florges, and probably Resto Chesto sweeping curse set from Snorlax. This is going to be a long day for me. Honestly, it's going to be really hard to play against this team with those type of threats, because this team can manipulate me however it wants, whenever it wants. Ooh, and he starts with the Sableye. Okay. Just like I feared, but I'm going to go ahead and go over Dark Pulse. And he switches to the Snorlax, which is a really smart play. Okay, let me try to switch into somebody and get up some hazards as quickly as I can before that Sableye comes out again. If I can manage to try to get some hazards out, I can get some leverage. But no, he goes into Sableye. He knows exactly what I'm doing. He said not having that. Not having that at all. Not good. Not good. Okay, so I go back into Chandelure, and he knew it. Read me like a book and hit me with the knockoff. This is looking bad, ladies and gentlemen. As badly as I want to go to the Dark Pulse, I know he's switching again. I knew it. Okay, so let's try to go into Fortress again and see if I can get up some hazards. Good, we got some up. Let's go ahead into Feral Seed. He's probably going to want to set some hazards too. So let's seed him. Or whoever he switches into. Either way is fine with me. I'll let him keep setting up those hazards only because I have my own Fortress to get it off eventually. So I'm not too worried. As predicted, he wanted the Rapid Spin, so I'm just going to Leech Seed again. Ooh, okay, he switched. It's not going to work on Celebi, so let's go ahead and Toxic this thing. Interesting, his Celebi is support carrying Stealth Rocks too. Not really used to seeing that too much from my personal experience. This team is really troublesome. Like, it looks like everyone on this team is a support type, and I really don't know how to handle this with Sableye trolling me out of, well, any type of defensive move I can set up. At this point, I think I might have met my match. So I go for the Rapid Spin, predicting that he would switch out, thinking that I would switch out because of fear of the taunt, but no, he wasn't worried about it at all. Once again, he read me with like a book and predicted that I would switch up, predicting his prediction. This guy is actually really, really good. He got me with the taunt again. He keeps switching up and catching me like he knows exactly when I'm going to do it. This is bad. This kid halves me. I can't even do anything to protect my Florges. No Wish, no Aromatherapy to get the status off, so I can't tank or Cleric with it. It's essentially a weak DPS attacker right now. No type of role for this Florges. I'm going to have to let it die. There's nothing I can do about it. Oh boy. The only choice I have is Chandelure. And the bad thing is, I know he's going to switch. Like, what can I do? What can I do? Exactly. A switch. Because that's what smart players do. Nothing I can do about that. This kid's got me. Hazards are on the field. I can't wrap and spin him off because he knows when I'm going to do it and goes into the Sableye. And I can't get hazards to save my life. The Sableye again. This accursed thing. Funny thing is, I've faced a lot of Sableyes in my days that play similar sets, but I've never played a player that was so good at predictions that they've utilized Sableye as well. This is honestly the first time I've ever faced a Sableye, and it's given me this much trouble. Like, this is amazing. This kid is just so good of a player that, like, it boggles me. Especially since this is the first time I've ever just got rocked by a Sableye like this. This is really quite impressive. This is normally a point where when somebody's getting their butt kicked this bad, they usually rage quit, but I'm all man and I'm just going to go ahead, try to fight through this, and see what I can find as he kicks my butt. I mean, it's apparent I'm going to lose right now, but I'm still going to play through as best as I can and see what I can find as far as openings. So at this point, I really just want to burn this thing because I hate it so much. It's like, even if I don't kill it, just out of spite, I want it to burn. Ooh, and he predicts the recover. Why did I even go for a recover there? That was a misplay on my part. Like, clearly he was going to predict that at that point. That one wasn't even surprising. That was just a misplay on me. Okay, so we got a Florges. No, that's actually a Cloyster. We have a Cloyster on his last leg. A Feral Seed that can't do nothing. Scrafty's the only choice. Let's go ahead and go for a Crunch. Whatever he switches into, well, not really Florges, but almost anything he switched into would have took some damage from that. So he goes into the Quagsire. I can do nothing to this thing. I don't get the boost because of the Unaware, and there's nothing I can switch into with all these hazards on the field. So the best thing I can do is just let the Scrafty die, then go into Feral Seed and see if I can work some magic with its powers. So I go into Fortress. Luckily he did recover. There was a small chance that that happened, but I managed to predict it at the right time. And I finally got hazards off. Not really going to help much this part of the game, but it still helps a little bit, at least giving me the opportunity to switch to some extent when I need to. So now that Feral Seed's in, I want the Leech Seed. Oh my god. I missed a Leech Seed. I have lapped off the leftovers. There's nothing I can do anymore. Good game, sir. Good game. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the 3-part series of Team Metabreed. It's been a great run where this team has run 4 matches and has unfortunately lost the 5th one. If you like this, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll do more matches with other teams where we do 3-part series as well. But as for now, I've been Retro Bro, signing out.